Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome back to Tips from Elaine's Desk. Elaine Proby here, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, and Tips from Elaine's Desk. All right. So we're back with our weekly conversation, guys. Thanks for jumping on board. Hey, John. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you? Hey, Lerner Smith. Thank you for the hearts. All right. Cognac, how are you doing? Hello, daughter. Guys, we're going to talk about preparing for the year-end financial reporting, and this is going to be nice and sweet and really quick. We got to discuss these things because, of course, everyone is out there doing so much, and you're so preoccupied with everything that you're doing on a daily basis, but we're not thinking of some of the most serious things that we should really focus on. So I'm just going to give 3 tips in preparing for the year-end financial stuff. And you guys can make sure that you take care of this matter before, let's see, we have about 3 weeks left before the year is out. All right, so we can make sure that we do this. So effective financial reporting, guys, is something that every business needs to do, right? You got to have accurate records. There's absolutely no way for you to know what's going on with your business. Now that you're coming to the close of the year, you really would love to sit back and say, okay, this is what happened. Look at the financial picture, know what to do next, and how to move into the next year. So this is a time of assessment, pretty much. And in order for you to do that, you have to have some good financial reports, right? So let's talk about some of the things that you need to do to get you some good financial reporting for the end of the year. And the first point today is your financial reporting for the year-end financial reports. And this process is closing out the books, is what we call closing out the books, right? And this is making sure that we get all of the activity that happens for the entire year is all reporting in one place, which is called a ledger. All of the transactions is reported there. You have to go back and make sure everything is accurate. And you guys want to make sure if there's anything that's missing, this is a time for you to make those adjustments. Make sure you make those corrections. Get everything in your books and records. So review all of your stuff. Reconcile your bank accounts. Make sure that every transaction that took place is all reconciled and put together in this general ledger, which is the book of all of your activity for the year. It is really that simple. I know it is not that easy to do for most part if you're not really familiar with the process, but in general, this is the whole meaning of all of it. It's just getting everything in one place, making sure it's accurate. So you want to go back and make sure that all your transactions, make any adjustment that's necessary. This is the time you want to do that. So if you know that something is wrong, something was recorded wrong, something was not in the records because of some ungodly reasons, the way you spend the money, you did cash, it didn't come in, you used some credit cards, that didn't all come together in one place. This is the time that you put it all together, make all those adjustments and record it and make any adjustment you need for your general ledger so you can have a good and accurate set of books and records so that you know exactly what the business did throughout the year. Okay, so this is what it is in a nutshell, guys. And look, it doesn't matter how fast you're moving and how much stuff you have done. You have to remember that throughout the day and throughout the months, right, you have to go back and reconcile these activities. We're always doing stuff, and some of us don't keep it straight. We all know that. We may not use the business account. We may use our personal account. We may use our personal credit cards. We may use cash out of pocket. We do a lot of different things throughout the year, a lot of times, and you're not the only one. Don't feel really bad. You're not just the only guilty party here. Most business owners have done that. And so this is a time of reconciling and making sure that now you go back and make sure everything is accurate. Really, this is all it is about, getting those financial reports accurate for the end of the year. Okay, so that's the first point. So make sure that you take a record of this. So you start thinking about all the stuff that you've done and sit back and pull everything together all in one place and make those reconciliation and adjustments to your ledger so that those reports can be accurate. This is it. Because once the year ends, right, like we call it the year-end close. Once the year ends, if you do any transaction January the 1st, or you pay some monies out January the 1st, whatever that is, it happens to be the next year. That's 2024. It no longer is in the current year. Okay, so you want to do this all before the year ends. That's the first point. Year-end financial reports, make sure that they're accurate. Second point, guys, we want to go into transparency and decision making. Why do we need to do all of this? Of course, you need to have accurate records for, one, your taxes, so you don't pay the government any more money than you have to. However, more than all, transparent reporting for decision making is one of the key things that you have to do here. So who needs to know how the business is doing? You, of course, need to know how the business is doing. All your partners need to know how the business is doing. Banks, if you have loans out there, they need to know how it's doing. Any investors, anybody that has a stake in the business needs to know how the business is doing, correct? And the employees need to know how the business is doing as well. So these are people who you're accountable for. And this is why it is so important for you to have accurate records and for you to be transparent. Okay, so transparency is just the idea of making sure that everything is clear to everyone involved. All the important parties can see everything that's happening to the business, and this will help you to make sound management decisions. So you need to know how the business is doing so you can make management decisions, which direction the business is going, what things you need to change, what you need to do differently, what you need to interject in the business to make it better. All this stuff is going to allow you to make those decisions by you being transparent, and everyone knows exactly where you stand. Just very simple, very important. And this is something that we have to do. All right. This is, don't take it very lightly. Hey, Laverne Smith. Hi, Rod Smith. Thanks for jumping in. You guys hit like and share on this video, right? And so again, with the transparency and the decision making, guys, you also have to make sure that you keep a clear communication. So this information is now given to all, like I said, all the necessary people, all the team players, everyone involved. And this again is a way for your business to be successful because it's all clear. Everyone knows where they are. There's no hidden secrets within the business. You don't want to wake up one day and all of a sudden something is happening with the business that you have no idea about, or your partners, investors, banks, wherever you owe money to have no idea. Okay, so this is very, very, very important, guys. Very important. So we're talking about preparing for the year-end financial reporting and how important this information is. Okay, so let's jump into our third point today. All right, so now, in order for you to be able to just handle all these reports and be transparent, let's put some practices in place. So the best way for you to be able to make sure this all happens clearly, just have a checklist. You know, it's easy. Just make a checklist of the things that you have to do in order to achieve this, in order for you to accomplish these accurate financial reports, in order for you to have all this management information for all of the partners and everyone involved. Have some checklists in place as to how you're going to do this, how you're going to accomplish this. And look, we all need to work from checklists. We all need to know point one, point two, what is it that we have to do? First thing you want to make sure that you have all of your necessary banking information, all of your credit card information. You want to make sure that you know what all the assets of the business are, have a list of all that stuff, have a current list of all your vendors, make sure that you have information on them, because one of the things that you guys have to do also as a business owner, you will have to give all of your vendors a tax form, which is a 1099 form. So if you don't have accurate records of the vendors, the people who you have paid throughout the year, you won't have the information to give them an accurate 1099, which is the form they need to file their taxes. So this can get everybody all screwed up, right? So it's so important. So this is a part of the checklist. So you want to make sure that all that stuff is updated. You have all their information. The master file is complete. Make sure that you do that, right? And so you have to have like different levels of reviews in place, right? So everyone is not, bogged down with all of the work. Have different people that's checking and helping out. And one of the major things you want to do is during this time, especially year-end close, you don't want to everyone feel like they're burdened. Have other people assist in the department, cross-train folks to assist in this process. Inventory, make sure that you have an accurate inventory list. If you are in retail, you need to know what you have in inventory. You need to know what you need to stock up on. You need to know what's left. All of this stuff is important. So guys, there's a series of things, and you want to make sure that you keep a list of those things. All you gotta do is check them off. I believe in trying to make things simple, make your life simple. And if you organize it properly, keep a checklist, it's okay. Go down that checklist and make sure that you check everything off. Then that makes it so much easier, right? Make it so much easier. So that's my third point. And these are just a list of the things that you need to do for the year end. Look, and if you're operating a business, you should be doing this. So let me go back and recap this stuff, right? You guys hit like and share on this video. Let's hit like and share on this video. Everyone get this information. We're talking about preparing for the year-end, financial year-end close. And if you're operating a business, you need to do these things. You must do these things. First one is your financial reports. Very important. Got to be accurate. It's needed for everything. And most importantly, it's really needed for you to file your taxes accurately. And the reason why I emphasize that, because let me tell you, if you are showing more profit than you should, you'll be paid more taxes than you need to. And this is the whole key. You don't want to work all year long, make all this money, and then turn around and pay all back to the government. Why? Because your financial report is a mess. So this is why this is more serious than anything else, at least to me anyway. Second point, transparency, decision making. If all your partners, all your peers, all the people involved is not transparent, you're not transparent with the financial reporting, they don't know what the business is doing, they don't know the direction, they don't know if everything had turned out well, if you're making money, if you're losing money. If you're not able to provide this information, then it becomes a mess. Your investors, your partners, your employees, the bank, whoever has to know this information is not going to be a happy camper if they are not aware of what this information is. You have to be able to communicate effectively, and you have to have the report accurate so that it is, one, again, transparent. They can really read through it and see what's going on. And my third point, best practices, make a list, a checklist of your closing, the things that you're going to need to do. Your assets, you're going to need to keep track of all of your bank information, all of your credit card information, all the places and ways you spent money in the business. You need to track all that stuff. Make sure your vendor list, super important, is up to date, because you guys have an obligation to give all your vendors a 1099 at the end of the year. If they make over a certain amount of money, it's $600 now, but that can change because every year the rules change. But this is so important because that's an obligation, guys. By law, you are supposed to do this. So you must be able to have records so you can do this. So update all of your vendor information, have them fill out that W-9, their EIN number, social security number, whatever information you need there so you can give them that 1099. And make sure that you delegate the work. Share it across the board so no one is bogged down and no one is burdened by this year-end close, as we call it, okay? And that's all you need to know. Come back over here and listen to this video if you have a business. This is super important. This is not you may do these things. This is you need to do this. It's very important, all right? So I think that covers my 3 points today. Preparing for the year-end close, financial reports, very important. And again, I like to send you guys to elainesdesk.com. I was just there a day or two ago. I was like, let me see what's up here. So there's so much information on there. There's so much videos on there to teach you all the stuff about this business and your business and any other business that you're running. And for those of you who want to start a business or don't know what business to start or don't know exactly what you need to do first, information is there, guys, that you can go through, listen to these videos, read. And all that stuff is there. There's a blog page that gives you so much information. So if you still, like this part, need any more clarification on any of your financial matters, whether it's personal or business-wise, go to PROBY'S and book yourself a free 15-minute consultation and or call our office at 323-290-9034. And you guys, you can get on the calendar if you really need to get any clarification here. This is serious information if you are interested in succeeding. So this is what all this is about. Then let's see, is that it? I think that covers it. elainesdesk.com, PROBY'S.com. Join me on Thursday afternoon where we're going to talk about steps to celebrating your achievement. Oh, this is going to be great. I love this. We are so bad, I should say, not good, bad about putting down ourselves and our business when we don't accomplish some of the things on our checklist. However, we need to celebrate the things that we have accomplished, okay? So we're going to talk about that on Thursday. So make sure that you come back here. We're going to have, a great conversation about celebrating our achievements, right? Because this helps us to stay motivated and keep moving forward. Hi, Indira. Thanks for jumping in here. All right, guys. So I think that does it for today. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday afternoon. I will see you back here on Thursday. And with that said, take care of each other and take care of yourself. Thanks for watching.